In the shadows of a ruined city, hope flickers like a dying flame. What would you risk for the freedom of your people? As the embers of rebellion ignite, a leader faces a choice that could alter their destiny forever. Amara, the fierce rebel leader, gazes over the desolation, her heart heavy with the burden of her people. With each day, their strength dwindles, and the whispers of surrender grow louder. A deep bond ties her to Kale, her childhood friend and steadfast ally. Their shared dreams of freedom intertwine, yet the cost of rebellion threatens to tear them apart. As night falls, Amara convenes with her rebellious council, discussing a daring plan to infiltrate the enemy's stronghold. The stakes are high, and loyalty is tested as doubts arise. Kale, feeling the weight of uncertainty, questions the plan's viability. He fears for Amara's safety, knowing the risks could cost them everything. Amara's resolve hardens as she defends their mission, emphasizing the need to act for their people's future. Her words ignite a spark of courage among the rebels. As the rebels prepare for the assault, a sense of camaraderie blossoms. Laughter and shared stories momentarily fill the air, a reminder of what they fight for. But as dawn approaches, Amara and Kale share a private moment, aware that this might be their last together. Unspoken words linger between them, heavy with longing. The time for action arrives, and the rebels set forth, hearts pounding with a mix of fear and hope. The city is alive with the sounds of impending battle. As they near the enemy's stronghold, the air thickens with tension. Amara leads with unwavering courage, her heart fierce and unwavering. Yet, anxiety gnaws at her spirit. Suddenly, an alarm blares, shattering the silence. Chaos erupts as the enemy soldiers flood the area, overwhelming the rebels with sheer numbers. In the fray, Amara spots Kale fighting valiantly, his back against hers, protecting her from danger. Their bond intensifies amid the chaos, love and loyalty entwined in every move. As the battle rages on, Amara realizes they must retreat to regroup. The cost of freedom becomes clear, and the weight of sacrifice looms large over them. In the chaos of retreat, Kale is separated from Amara, his heart pounding with fear for her safety. He fights through the crowd, desperate to find her. Meanwhile, Amara finds herself cornered. Surrounded by enemy soldiers, with no way out, she makes a heart-wrenching decision to draw their attention away from the others. Just as the soldiers close in, Kale bursts through the crowd, driven by love and desperation. He fights his way to Amara, vowing not to lose her. Amara, heart racing, urges Kale to escape, but he refuses to leave her behind. Their destinies are intertwined, and he'd rather fight than lose her. As the enemy soldiers close in, both Amara and Kale prepare for a final stand. They fight with everything they have, love fueling their every move. In a heartbreaking turn, Kale takes a blow meant for Amara, collapsing to the ground. Her scream pierces the chaos, a moment frozen in time. With renewed fury, Amara channels her pain into a fierce determination. She fights through tears, striking down enemies, fueled by love and loss. As the battle reaches its climax, Amara stands over Kale's fallen body, her heart shattered. The reality of sacrifice lays heavy upon her, a testament to their love. Yet, amidst the despair, Amara finds the strength to carry on. With Kale's memory guiding her, she rallies the remaining rebels, igniting a fire of hope. In a final push, the rebels charge forward, inspired by Amara's resolve. Each step is a tribute to their fallen friends and a step toward freedom. The battle rages on, but the tide begins to turn. With Amara leading, the rebels push back against the enemy, reclaiming their city inch by inch. As the dust settles, the remaining rebels stand victorious, but the cost has been steep. Amara surveys the battlefield, her heart heavy with loss and triumph. In the aftermath, Amara finds solace in knowing Kale's sacrifice was not in vain. She vows to honor his memory by continuing the fight for freedom. As the city begins to heal, Amara leads her people toward a new dawn, embodying hope and resilience. Together, they will rebuild stronger than ever before. Their journey is far from over, as new challenges await on the horizon. But with the lessons of love and sacrifice, they are ready to face whatever comes next. And so, the legacy of Amara and Kale lives on, a testament to the power of love and sacrifice. Their story inspires generations to come, reminding all that freedom comes at a cost. In the end, love triumphed over despair, and the spirit of rebellion burned brighter than ever. For every heart that dares to fight, freedom is worth the cost. As dawn broke over the ruined city, hope flickered like a dying ember. Amara surveyed the remnants of her homeland, her heart heavy with the weight of lost dreams. Each crumbling building whispered tales of the past, urging her to fight harder for a future worth living. In the heart of the resistance camp, Kale stood before his weary comrades, their faces a mix of determination and doubt. "Today, we choose our fate," he declared, his voice resonating with conviction. The weight of leadership pressed upon him, yet he felt an unwavering resolve to lead them into battle. Amara rallied her own group of fighters, sharing her vision of a brighter world. Each word ignited their spirits. The fire of rebellion burned brightly in their hearts. This was more than a fight for survival, it was a fight for their very souls. As they prepared for battle, memories flooded Kale's mind of laughter, love, and the bittersweet taste of sacrifice. He remembered the faces of those who had fallen and vowed not to let their sacrifices be in vain. The rebels set their sights on the enemy stronghold, a fortress looming like an ominous shadow. Fear coursed through the ranks, yet the promise of freedom beckoned them forward. Together, they would either rise or fall, united in their cause. As arrows rained down like dark omens, Amara's heart raced. She fought her way through the chaos, her thoughts consumed by Kale's safety. The battlefield was a storm of emotions, where love and fear intertwined, pushing her to fight harder. In the midst of the fray, Kale found himself facing a formidable enemy commander. Their eyes locked, a silent acknowledgement of the stakes at play. With every clash of their weapons, Kale fought not just for himself, but for every soul counting on him. Amara's resolve hardened when she witnessed a nearby comrade fall, a stark reminder of the cost of their war. With a fierce shout, she rallied her companions, igniting their spirits once more. "We fight for each other," she called out, her voice ringing like a battle cry. As the battle raged on, Kale felt the pressure mounting. Every choice he made could lead to victory or defeat. Just when despair threatened to engulf him, he caught sight of Amara, fighting valiantly. Her presence reignited his hope, reminding him why they fought. Suddenly, a devastating blow struck Kale as an enemy warrior lunged forward. Time slowed as he felt the sharp pain, yet, amidst the suffering, his heart remained fierce. He thought of Amara, knowing their love would transcend even this moment of anguish. Amara turned just in time to see Kale fall, her heart shattering into a million pieces. In that moment, all the sacrifices they had made came rushing back to her. She pushed through the chaos, fueled by love and anger, determined to reach him. As Amara reached Kale, she knelt beside him, her hands shaking. "Stay with me," she cried, tears streaming down her cheeks. The world around them faded away, and in that moment, only their love mattered amidst the chaos of war. With a surge of strength, Kale grasped her hand, his spirit unyielding. "I will always fight for you, Amara," he whispered, the fire of their love burning bright, even in his weakest moment. Their connection was a beacon of hope, illuminating the darkness. Despite the pain, Kale's words revived Amara's fighting spirit. She stood tall, her heart filled with purpose. "For our future! For freedom!" she declared, her voice echoing through the battlefield, rallying the remaining rebels to rise once more. Together, they battled through the chaos, their hearts entwined in a dance of defiance. Each strike they made drew them closer to victory, and each moment spent fighting fueled their love. The cost of freedom was heavy, but together, they could bear it. As the tide of battle turned, the enemy began to falter, driven back by the unyielding spirit of the rebels. Each victory felt like a heartbeat, resonating with the promise of freedom. Yet, the cost of their choices weighed heavily in the air. In a final clash, Kale faced the enemy commander once more, their fates entwined in a last stand of wills. With every ounce of strength left, Kale fought not just for himself, but for Amara and every soul yearning for freedom. With a final, devastating blow, Kale vanquished his opponent, the echo of his triumph reverberating across the battlefield. As the dust settled, he turned to Amara, their eyes meeting in an unspoken promise. This fight was only the beginning. As dawn broke anew, the remnants of the battlefield lay scattered, a testament to their sacrifice. The rebels, weary yet triumphant, embraced each other, their bonds forged in the fires of battle. Freedom had come at a steep price, but their hearts beat as one. Amara and Kale stood hand in hand, their faces illuminated by the morning light. "We did it together," Amara whispered, her heart swelling with pride. They both understood that their journey was far from over, but together they would forge a new destiny. As they walked through the ruins of their city, Amara envisioned rebuilding it, not just as a place, but as a haven for all who fought for freedom. Kale stood by her side, ready to help her dream become a reality, their love guiding their path. They gathered the surviving rebels, sharing their vision for a new city built on hope and unity. The air buzzed with excitement and anticipation as each heart joined in the dream of a brighter future, a future worth fighting for. But shadows loomed on the horizon. Whispers of remnants from the enemy forces remained. The rebels knew their fight was not over. They prepared for the challenges ahead, fueled by the sacrifices of those who had come before them. Through the haze of uncertainty, Amara felt a fierce resolve growing. She would not let fear dictate their future. Together with Kale, they were ready to confront whatever awaited them, their hearts intertwined in a fearless dance of defiance. Their first step was to unite the remaining factions of rebels scattered across the land. With each ally they gathered, the flame of resistance grew brighter, illuminating the path toward freedom. Together, they would reclaim their world. As the new rebellion took shape, whispers of hope began to circulate among the people. They spoke of Amara and Kale, the leaders who fought for their freedom. Legends were born from their courage, intertwining love and sacrifice into the tapestry of their shared history. But even as hope blossomed, danger lurked in the corners. The remnants of the enemy forces were plotting their revenge, and the rebels could not afford to let their guard down. A storm was brewing, and they needed to be prepared. Amara and Kale held strategy meetings deep in the heart of their new camp, focusing on every detail. They knew their enemies would exploit any weakness. With every plan, their bonds strengthened, fortified by their shared goal of freedom. As they prepared for an upcoming battle, Amara sought solace in Kale's arms, feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. "No matter what happens, we fight together," she whispered, their love a sanctuary amidst the chaos. The day of battle arrived, and the air was thick with anticipation. The rebels stood united, ready to face the remnants of their enemies. For every heart that beat amongst them, the cost of freedom was understood, and they would bear it together. As the battle cry echoed through the air, Amara and Kale led their warriors into the fray, hearts ablaze with purpose. Together, they would carve a path towards a new dawn, one filled with dreams that had yet to be realized. With each clash of weapons, the rebels fought for their lives and futures. The memory of those lost fueled them, their spirits unyielding. And in the heat of battle, Amara and Kale found strength in each other, their love a beacon guiding them through. As the battle raged on, it became a test of endurance and will. Amara felt Kale by her side, and with every challenge, they pushed each other to rise above the pain. Their love was the anchor that kept them grounded amidst the storm. Finally, as the sun began to set, The tide of battle shifted once more. United in passion and purpose, the rebels surged forward, reclaiming their territory with fierce fervor. Victory was within their grasp, but sacrifices would still be made. As the echoes of the battle faded into silence, Amara and Kale stood amidst the aftermath, knowing the cost of their journey was far from over. They exchanged a solemn glance, understanding that their love would continue to guide them through the darkness ahead. As the sun dipped below the horizon, its fiery glow illuminated the ruins of their once vibrant city, casting long shadows over the debris. Amara tightened her grip on Kale's hand, the weight of their shared losses heavy in the air. The remnants of their home whispered tales of sorrow and resilience, echoing their determination to forge a new future. Kale's gaze drifted to the horizon, a flicker of doubt crossing his features. Could their sacrifices truly lead to freedom? Or had they merely exchanged one form of tyranny for another? The voices of their fallen comrades haunted him, pushing him to confront the harsh reality of their rebellion. Amara noticed the turmoil brewing within Kale, her heart aching with empathy. We must honor their memory, Kale, not by succumbing to despair, but by fighting for a future they dreamed of, she urged, her voice steady and resolute. The fire in her eyes rekindled Kale's resolve, reminding him of their shared mission. The rebel camp buzzed with activity as warriors prepared for the next assault, their determination palpable. Kale felt the weight of leadership pressing down on him. Every decision now had a ripple effect on the lives of those who looked to him for guidance. He could not falter now. "What's our next move?" a fellow rebel asked, his eyes reflecting both fear and hope. Kale inhaled deeply, weighing their options, knowing that each choice could lead them closer to freedom or deeper into chaos. The stakes had never been higher, and he could feel Amara's presence anchoring him. A sudden silence enveloped the camp as a figure emerged from the shadows. An old ally turned enemy, now seeking redemption. "I come to warn you," he spoke, his voice trembling. "The enemy has their sights set on a new target, and you must prepare for the worst." Amara's heart raced as she listened, her instincts telling her to trust the man before them, yet doubt lingered like a shadow. Kale exchanged a glance with her, understanding the gravity of the situation. Together, they would have to decide whether to heed the warning or forge ahead into uncertainty. After a heated discussion, the rebels reached a consensus. They would bolster their defenses while sending out scouts to gather intelligence. Kale felt a surge of pride in his comrades. Their unity was a testament to their shared vision of freedom, igniting the fire of hope within him. As night fell, Amara and Kale found a moment of solace beneath the stars, the vastness of the sky reflecting their turbulent emotions. "No matter what happens, we face it together," Amara whispered, her voice barely above a breath, illuminating the path that lay ahead. With dawn breaking, the rebels were ready to face their destiny. Armed with courage and conviction, they emerged from the ruins, their hearts set on reclaiming their home. Each warrior knew that the road to freedom was fraught with danger, but they were prepared to pay the price. The clash of steel echoed through the air as the two forces met once more, the battle fierce and unyielding. Kale fought valiantly, each swing of his sword fueled by the memories of those they had lost. He felt the weight of his choices pressing down on him, each blow a reminder of the stakes. In the midst of chaos, Amara darted through the fray, her heart pounding with resolve. She caught sight of Kale, fighting with unmatched tenacity, and felt a swell of pride. Yet the reality of the battlefield was unforgiving, and she knew she had to protect him at all costs. Just as Amara reached Kale, danger struck. A shadowy figure lunged at him from behind, a cruel smile on his face. In that split second, Amara's instincts kicked in, and she threw herself in front of Kale, heart racing as she faced the impending blow. The impact sent Amara sprawling to the ground, pain blooming through her body. Kale's heart stopped as he turned to see Amara fall, despair crashing over him. Rage ignited within him, and he fought harder than ever, determined to avenge her and reclaim their future. With renewed resolve, Kale unleashed every ounce of his strength, his sword becoming an extension of his fury. He cut through the enemy ranks, each strike a testament to his love for Amara and the sacrifices they had made. It was a fight for freedom, a fight for her. Amara, despite her pain, managed to rise, her spirit unbroken. She called out to Kale, her voice fierce, "We are not done yet. Our love is worth fighting for." Her words, imbued with strength, reached him like a lifeline, pulling him back from the brink of despair. Kale turned, his heart swelling with admiration as he saw Amara rise. The sight of her determined spirit reignited his fighting spirit. Together, they faced the remaining enemy forces, the bond of their love turning the tide of battle in their favor. With each enemy that fell, the weight of their sacrifices grew heavier, yet more meaningful. They fought not just for themselves, but for the dreams of a future unmarred by tyranny. The battles of their past fueled their resolve, echoing in every clash of steel. At last, the tide turned decisively. As the last enemy fell, silence enveloped the battlefield, heavy with the cost of freedom. Kale and Amara stood amidst the ruins, breathing heavily, their bodies battered but their spirits unyielding. They had prevailed, but at what price? The remnants of their rebellion gathered around them, a mix of joy and sorrow in their eyes. They had won the fight, but the sacrifices made echoed louder than their victory cries. The reality of their losses weighed heavily, yet hope flickered in the air like embers in the night. As night fell once more, Amara and Kale embraced, tears mingling with the dust of the battlefield. They had survived, but the cost of their freedom was a poignant reminder of the lives laid down for their cause. Together, they vowed to honor those sacrifices and rebuild. In the aftermath of chaos, love prevailed. Together, Amara and Kale stood as symbols of resilience, their hearts intertwined in a mission greater than themselves. Freedom was theirs to shape, but they would forever carry the memories of those who had fallen, a testament to their journey. With every dawn that broke over the ruins, they would rebuild not just their city, but the very fabric of their lives. Freedom was a cost worth paying, for it was love that had led them through the darkness. And in that love, they found their new beginning.